I'd like to thank Ken Domik Reaction Channel for that crazy masterpiece that they uploaded yesterday. I really enjoyed that shit. It was funny. I didn't expect it to be that in depth and just that in depth and also that beefy. That shit had content in that bitch.
The right sodium, or do you think it's salty enough, or is it too salty? I can't remember if I found it salty or not.
This one's not salty.
Not salty? Okay. Yes, there was somewhere I ate that was a really salty patty. I can't remember. It's been a while. But good burger, right? They're very quiet, so that means it's good. I'm gonna try this coffee. See if the Chesterfield McDonald's McCafe does a good job on their mixing of their double. Cheers.
We know how sickening and obnoxious it is to hear Ken say double.
Double.
So imagine how sickening and obnoxious it must be for Marc Andre to have to put up with it at the same table while Ken does it.
Double.
I'm gonna ride this YouTube gravy train until the wheels fall off. If I had a gun and you were right in front of me, I'd put the gun to your face.
Bitch. I did the uncut raw videos.
I British peanut.
This is a business.
Topper's Pizza.
This is a business.
Topper's Pizza. That sucked like shit. That sucked huge fucking shit.
Do you enjoy doing food reviews as much, or are you bored? I'm bored.
Tangy. I'm insane. Double.
Oh,
Yep, yeah.
oh, this is my car.
We're gonna do it. Here we go. Ready?
Oh no. It's totally messy, but
Yeah.
the idea is you keep it in the wrapper.
I know. I want people to see it.
Well, he wanted to eat this in the car. So I think we could have, no? Would have rocked my car.
Thank you very much. Because I'm white. Fuck. Shit.
Yeah, I made more fucking money than you ever did.
I think that's who the Ken Domik Reaction Channel is. That guy.
Chicken? Oh my goodness. What will they think of next, eh? Now, if you're a child, don't fucking watch this. We have made it to Culver's, Paul's, and Marc Andre's first time ever going to this restaurant. Are you excited?
Does Paul look like he is excited? And does his son, Marc Andre, look like he is excited? Neither one of them is excited. That is 2 generations of the Merriman family who are being bored by Ken Domik. And you know, because Ken keeps being mean to people, I'm going to keep being mean to him. So, like, his dreams pretty much are not going to be coming true at this point, because he had his big shot with YouTube, which was he had, you know, tons of viewers, he was making good money, I gotta admit, and he tried for this CraveCon thing, which blew up in his face. So, like, where are the collabs now? Where's the big views now? Where's the big money now? And how is he going to put together another big convention based upon the Foodie Fam? I mean, it's all gone now. So, here he is, refusing to leave, and he's like back to square one, and he's already shown everybody that he has a really bad temper. And he's proud of his bad temper. He doesn't want to change it for anybody. He's proud of his bad temper.
Ken, you've got a bad temper. Yes, I do.
And because he has a bad temper, you cannot have Ken Domik join a creative team to work on a project. He just goes by himself, reviewing sandwiches, and what few friends he has left, they pity him. Like, he has just made his friend and his son drive for hours and hours, hundreds and hundreds of miles, to go do burgers and fries at some chain place. Those two guys there want to go take a nap, or they want to be left alone to take care of the farts that have been building up inside them after that long trip. They're tired. And Ken asks them, are you excited? Of course they're not excited. They will pretend they are, though. And this sets the stage for what's going to happen for this video, because they are miserable for the whole thing.
Yes.
Are you hungry?
More so because I'm really hungry.
You guys don't know anything about this restaurant other than what I've told you, but it's a big thing.
Yeah, it's a big thing, alright. A big pain in the ass. It's burgers and fries at a chain. Like, Ken, because he won't go to real restaurants, and because he keeps going for the low-hanging fruit, the easy path, he always goes for chains because they're the most publicized to begin with. And chains use formulas. It's like if you buy a franchise, you're free to work at it and manage it well and probably turn a profit. It's just that you gotta follow orders from head office. Say, oh, it's a big thing. Yeah, it's another chain. It's burgers and fries. He took them all the way to Chesterfield, Michigan for this. Burgers and fries!
Right across the northern United States down to Florida now. Wow. And
wow. It is like Paul is performing for us on this channel. It's like Ken will not shut up. His story is really boring and stupid. And so Paul like, wow. Wow. It's like he's making fun of Ken for us on this channel.
So their big thing is the Butterburger. So you guys have to try their Butterburger. You got to try their. I have to try their. I think the deep fried cheese curds or something. You guys keep telling me I should have tried that when I came here the first time. But their milkshakes. It's the concrete mixer milkshakes. Nice. So
see, I know nothing about this place other than what you told me.
After today, you'll know everything you need to know.
I will know.
Let's go.
Ken Domik Music Service. We're going. Yeah, that's what you want. Slow motion footage of a father and his son. His son's a young adult in his early 20s, and they look like they're going to the gallows to play. Ken, we're going to get a burger and fries. Hey, you think we can find a seat? This looks like a popular spot, huh? We're going to get a burger and fries. Hey, yeah. Hey, you like the toys? You think Mark and Andre wants a stuffed animal or something? How about Ken? Yeah? Yeah, thanks for shooting that, Ken. That's some good stuff. We're going to get a burger. We're going to get a burger and fries. Yeah. Ken Domik Music Service. Do you know what they're doing now? They're mumbling and whispering amongst themselves over top of the background noise there of the other people chattering to themselves. You know, if I ran the audio, you guys would be clicking off. I'm doing this because you guys asked for it. I want y'all, everybody who asked for this, come back, watch this 5 more times. All the way through, too. Yeah, Butterburger, fries, milkshake, cheese, Butterburger, cheese. Take a look at Mark Andre, right here. Do you know what he is thinking? He is thinking, why does it have to be me? My last name is Merriman. There's a Ken Domik over there, and there's a Ben Domik. Why isn't Ben Domik here? Why can't Ken hurry up and get over with the order and stop talking about Butterburger and fries and cheese and curds and why isn't Ben here to do this? Because Ben doesn't want to be seen with his father on camera anymore. That is why.
British peanut.
Ken and Ben food reviews coming back. Probably not. Ben's not really keen on it anymore, so.
And so Mark Andre's there. It's like, can we get this done and just get away from this place? Not until Ken shares some camera work with you all. Here you go. Here, check this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's a good one. We have Ken, who is holding the camera and deciding where he's going to aim it at, looking away from it like, oh, do-dee-do-dee-do, I don't know what the camera is doing, do-dee-do-dee-do-dee-do, and he's aiming the camera at this dude. I mean, that's a tough customer, and if he were to turn around and say, like, excuse me, why are you aiming that camera at me? There has got to be all kinds of... You see, Ken took away his Uncut and Raw, right? I mean, he was half performing for that. The real Uncut and Raw, he never published. I mean, there's got to be all kinds of instances where people walk up to Ken and say, oh, what are you doing? I'm on KBD Production. Yeah, but get that thing out of my face, now! And Ken wonders why he never gets picked up for a network deal. He thinks to himself, he just needs more drone footage. Watch what he's going to do when Mark Andre orders. He's going to say, you're a hungry boy.
It's crazy. The cheddar butter burger with bacon wings. Double, please.
Nice. He's a hungry boy.
Now imagine how Mark Andre feels when Ken is saying that loud enough for everybody to hear, like the counter staff and other people around. Oh, he's a hungry boy. Yeah, there's a hungry boy. Ooh, I got the big burger. He's a hungry boy. Like Mark Andre. I don't care. I'm not gonna do this takeover. Mark Andre. I don't care with his stupid name. Like he's in his early 20s. You know. I mean, it's cute if he was 6 years old. And it's like, oh yeah, I want the Whopper. Oh look, little Jimmy's gonna get a whole Whopper. He's a hungry boy. Say that thing, stuff like somebody's like in their early 20s. Ken Domik is such a dick, man. Oh, he's a hungry boy. I hope Mark Andre gets this video too. Hey, hungry boy. Hungry boy. There you go.
What fries did I do?
Yes, please.
Ken does not know how to make videos. This is really too long and too boring. They're just standing around. You get that? Oh, you get that? Did you get fries in that? Does that come with sauce? Does that come with the milkshake? No, that's the other thing. Oh, okay. That's the cheese curds? Does this come with cookies? Can you get like a wafer with this one? In the background of all that stupid Ken Domik music service is playing. You know, this stupid imitation blues music. That, you know, the Ken thinks fixes everything. No, it doesn't. That's why you haven't accomplished anything, Ken. Yeah, Ken, that makes sense. Sneak up on this guy holding this game board token and holding a camera in your right hand with a bright little red light on the front of it, and walk up behind this guy and take him unawares with a video camera. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like I said before, there's got to be all kinds of real Uncut and Raw that Ken never has published over the years. Like, get that camera away from me! What the hell's the matter with you, you freak? You maniac! That's not gonna go Uncut and Raw, you know? Maybe even that happened for all we know. Like, Ken doesn't know when to stop with this garbage. I mean, he aims a camera at him before, and then he's walking up behind him holding a camera. Ken is bananas.
All right, boys. Now it's got to sit and wait for our food.
Hey, Ken, here's some advice. Go back to video production school and learn this. Don't put the light behind you. Got that? Don't put the light behind you. Learn something today, dumbass.
All right, the food came. I don't know why she put...
So the party starts now, and like what I said earlier, it's like, I agree with you guys too. This is a good suggestion for a reaction, and it's really gonna start getting funny now. Starting with Ken, who is always picking his nose and scratching at his bald head, and who knows what else he does with that pointer finger of his.
Chicken? Oh my goodness. What will they think of next, eh?
And now, you know, with microscopic particles of his, you know, body garbage all over the place, he's going to put his finger and point and shake it at everybody else's meal, so all that crap and garbage falls into their food and they eat it. So that's a good start.
Okay, she just put them on there. She didn't really care. So that's mine, and that's mine, and that's yours,
And mine's the... Oh, they both have bacon. So.
Okay, boys, dig in. I want to see your reaction to this food. They say it's custard. They say it's custard, but I'd be interested to compare that to Wendy's Frosty. I think this is way more rich.
Way to find that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
I think this is more rich than Wendy's Frosty, but...
Your challenge is to eat it really fast to get a brain freeze and then run outside.
And then run outside.
Without your jacket.
What is that supposed to mean? The challenge should be to eat it really fast, get a brain freeze, and then go outside without your jacket. Like, whatever random silly thought, like, floats through Paul's head, and he makes a comment for it. And Ken gets the footage, right? And he goes back to the shack in the Elf Village, and Ken looks at this footage and gets it before you do, and he thinks to himself, "That's gold. That's gold. We are leaving that in. That's entertainment. That's just stupid, silly. Anyway, keep going, please."
Okay, guys, get those burgers out.
Okay.
So you went deluxe bacon,
So this
right?
is your side.
And you went deluxe bacon, but you went double patty.
He did a double baker.
I want to see you guys' reaction to their fries first. Big fries, eh? Let me steal one. Chicken? Oh my goodness. What will they think of next, eh? Or two.
Here, Marc Andre is actually going to take a stab and try to make a proper comment about the fries. And he says that they are the opposite of McDonald's fries, and that McDonald's fries are very salty. And then you notice the taste of the potato behind the salt. With the Culvers, you get the potato taste up front, and the salt sort of follows. And Ken just ignores him. Ken doesn't follow up with an adjoining comment, or Ken just treats him like he's 6 years old and goes, okay, and then moves on to something else. There you go.
It's pretty good though. It's like the exact opposite formula for McDonald's, where it's more potato than salt, rather than salt and then potato.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Let me see. Close up.
This is buttery.
Open it up. And just take the lid off, or the bottom.
Well, it's hard because the cheese has melted it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, look at the burger on this one. It's so thin.
It is the amazing Culver's Burger, ladies and gentlemen. It sure was worth driving for hours and hours and hundreds of miles.
Oh, it's
Like,
way thin.
broken apart.
Good
Where's
thing-
the other one? Wait, it's just one.
Wait.
Oh wait, I got yours.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Look at here.
Everything got mixed up.
And he pulled that delicious tomato off.
Confusion.
Can I pull out another one now?
No, because
Paul, put it back on, buddy. You went deluxe.
I did.
Oh yeah, they only gave me this bacon.
Okay.
cheese.
Let's get
So
that.
actually, at this point in time, I'm kind of a little disappointed in the thickness of that patty. Guys, look at that.
So Paul is just about to start eating this burger, and then Ken puts the camera right in his face. And it's like, oh, what, do you want me to stop? This footage should not be in the final edit. In the same way that I'm doing these in-software close-ups and crops and stuff like that, Ken could have done the same thing. And anyway, this is the sexy way that Ken makes his videos. There's more coming.
It's a crazy thin patty.
Good how to eat a burger when you're missing a tooth.
Told you there was more sexy footage. Like, you guys were right. This is a real cringe classic. The Culvers, and the day after they went to the vintage McDonald's that is not really a vintage McDonald's, and that's coming in the second feature. And well, you know, it just speaks for itself. This is Ken Domik footage on his main food channel, and okay, let's keep going, please.
What do you guys think of the butter burger, man? First thoughts. After a 4-hour drive, starving to death.
Do you know what that means for Ken to say that? It means that all the way there, hours and hours, hundreds and hundreds of miles, Ken would say, "We'll eat when we get there. We'll eat when we get there." And then, you know, like they're like about halfway there, and Ken says, "No, if we eat now, you won't be hungry when we get there. You won't even eat it. I gotta make my video." That's what it means. You know what the first thoughts are? Marc Andre's thinking that he can't speak to his father right now with Ken there, and he wants to say, like, "Please, fix it so we never do this again. Like, Dad, I know you pity your friend. Don't involve me in it. Like, I've done my bit. Don't involve me with this again. Please and thanks."
I'm starving to death right now.
It's alright.
Did you hear him, Ken? He said it twice. It's alright. It's alright. Yeah, like, It is food. It is, like, edible. The amazing Culver burger.
But like, the butter is an interesting mix. It definitely makes it a lot.
Look at it dripping, eh?
I feel like I'm taking a bite of like
Yeah.
a baconator right now. You know?
Well, you feeling that it tastes like a
Yeah.
baconator? Do you think it's the right sodium, or do you think it's salty enough, or is it too salty? I can't remember if I found it salty or not.
This one's not salty.
Not salty? Okay. Yes, there was somewhere I ate that was like.
Please check Marc-Andre. He is like, can we get away from Ken? Can we get away from this Culver's place? Can we just get away from his questions and these burgers and these fries and are we done? Can we finish this, please, and thanks?
Really salty patty. I can't remember. It's been a while. But good burger, eh? They're very quiet, so that means it's good.
I mean, the cheese for the most part, like straight out of the oven and like kind of just thrown in between after it was all cooked. Like you can see as it's still like in the process of melting. Still good though.
Yeah. It looks like real cheese too, as opposed to the fake cheese.
Well, no, this is definitely processed. This is definitely processed. This is definitely processed. This is definitely processed.
That is where you are wrong, Marc-Andre Merriman. At Culver's, a butter burger is always better with real Wisconsin cheddar. Your comments have insulted not only just Culver's, they have insulted the good people of Wisconsin. This is known as the cheese state, and you have come to our home and hurt us with your attack on our history, our economy, our cheese. You have slandered us right in our own restaurant, and probably it was overheard by someone else close to you. Then your comments were turned into electronic data and published on the internet, where they've become liable. You have defamed us. We always use real Wisconsin cheddar. You should be deeply ashamed for what you've done to us, our customers, and our employees.
This is definitely processed.
Yeah, like I would recommend double. I also wanted to try these cheese curds that you guys told me to try the last time I was here. We're disappointed that I didn't try them.
I want to try one too.
There. Ken is eating deep-fried cheese curds in Michigan. And he is going to call them deep-fried again when he shares them with Paul. He is going to forget, just over a year from now, that he even had them. This video was published on January 28th, 2019. And on February 7th of 2020, in the state of Wisconsin, Ken has deep-fried cheese curds again, and he says, well, I've never had these before.
All right, people, I've got some deep fried cheese curds. And over here, we got the deep fried cheese curds, golden brown. I don't think I've ever had deep fried cheese curds, but these are fantastic. Yeah, it's like cheese curds with Italian breadcrumbs, deep fried. This looks big. It looks like a rye bread.
Our Ken is about to mistake whole wheat grilled bread for rye bread and gets corrected by Paul and his son.
Did you say it's rye?
I think it's just the grill marks, like where it's,
Yeah, the
it's
color's
actually burning a
close
bit,
to
so
it.
the color.
But it looks like it has like bits of rye. Anyway,
It looks more like a whole wheat bread, just very brown.
pretty good. The mozzarella. Oh, sorry, the Swiss. Wow.
What are you gonna have half?
Here, Ken and Paul try to force Marc-Andre to have some of this stupid sandwich, and he doesn't want any. And they say, well, how about just a bite? And then they give him half the sandwich. And then Marc-Andre says, are you drunk already? Listen for it.
I'm good.
Let's have a big bite.
Not a small piece.
Let's take a bite. Oh, there you go. There's a small piece.
No, it's a small.
It's not a small piece. What?
Okay, we're gonna put that into a
Are
quarter.
you drunk already?
Did you like that better than the burger, or again that type of bread is?
Ken and Paul keep babbling to each other about this boring, stupid food. And if you think it's boring for you to watch it and boring for me to react to it, imagine how boring it is for Marc Andre having to sit there while it's happening. And so we're going to zoom in on him for a bit and just look how agitated and fed up he looks waiting for this thing to be done with.
Nice.
I like the bread.
Yeah.
I like for the burger because it's got bacon.
Oh, that makes sense. This is definitely like that
Very
typical.
oily. Like
Yeah. They should call it the butter melt. The Swiss butter melt.
the hangover grilled cheese.
Oh yeah, that would what they call it, the gut busters. So okay, so Paul's recommendation is burger over the melt. So give Marc Andre the last bite of that one.
Yeah, just a wee bite. Not half the damn thing.
That's a bite.
Half the damn thing, and he's like, yeah, small piece.
That's a small.
Check Marc Andre making an angry, cynical face directly at Ken as if to say, "Hey man, you're an idiot." I gotta play that again. That was really good.
That's a bite.
Half the damn thing, and he's like, yeah, small piece.
That's a small bite.
That's a small bite.
It's just the meat tastes so bland.
That was it. Ken, got the two of them and took up their whole day and made them come with him. They drove for hours and hours, hundreds and hundreds of miles to go to Culver's. It's a total disaster. And here's one more for Ken. Meat is so bland here, right to Ken. Great job.
Yeah.
I definitely feel
So you
Like this?
you probably prefer a saltier beef, maybe. Yeah.
like this. I feel like I'm biting into a baconator clone, 100%.
Okay.
Except it's missing the sauce, and that's like the one down part.
Right.
Because right now I'm just doing.
Marc Andre is not speaking very loud, so you gotta listen for it. So get ready. He says, "What I'm dealing with here are two very thin patties with very little flavor, processed cheese, bacon, which you can't go wrong with, and aside from that, that's it."
Dealing with like two very thin burger slices with very little flavor, processed cheese, bacon, which you can never go wrong with.
Which you can definitely never go wrong.
Aside from that, that's it. You know?
For whatever reason, Ken set the camera up next to him and shot everybody for the whole meal, and now is running it at fast speed with some really jangly country music. I don't know. What do you think people get from that? Man, he doesn't look like a middle-aged man. He looks like somebody's grandfather. Anyway, I'm running it twice, so you can get this. Marc Andre. And come on, just a few more seconds. There. Towards the end of this, he does like a really heavy sigh and a yawn. You know, like when you make a noise like a horse, and you go, there it is.
All right, guys, we are done. Let's ask Paul and Marc Andre what they thought.
What they thought of their first time at Culver's? I don't know. Why don't we just go look at Paul? He looks exhausted, angry, and he hates being there, and he wants to leave and go home, and probably have a glass of wine and try to forget all this horrible garbage with Ken Domik ever happened.
Well, their first time at Culver's.
So thumbs up milkshake, thumbs down butterburger.
Wow.
Thumbs down, Butterburger. And they didn't come all that way for the shake. Now let's see what the father has to say.
I like the burger. Just my patty was.
Yeah, you got like a deformed
it
patty
was-
or something.
I think they stepped on it.
They stepped on it. What greater praise can a chef and restaurant owner provide for a burger that Ken made everybody travel hours and hours and hundreds of miles for to get? Anything else?
The burger. It's hard like we just drove 4 hours to have a burger, so you're of course, were very hungry too.
Yeah.
But it was okay.
But there was nothing wrong with the
There's
burger.
nothing wrong with the
Yeah.
burger.
Outside the patty.
Yes, there was nothing wrong with the burger, aside from the actual patty itself, which is what the burger really is.
Yeah. And I don't know how much exactly just your burger costs, so...
And I found a bit on the greasy side.
Please stop asking these people questions, Ken. It was a disaster. Just look at Marc Andre. Look what you did to him. And he's not allowed to say anything because he's with his father. You know what he'd really like to tell you, Ken? Just put a fork in this and get away from here.
Because I guess because of the butter.
Because of the butter,
I think
yeah.
it's on the greasy side for mine.
Yeah.
Mine's still drenched.
So I guess that's what they're famous for, is the fact that they lube up their burgers. Extra
That
lube.
doesn't sound right at all.
Extra lube.
It's not the word I'd want to hear for a burger.
Careful, Ken's gonna lube the buns.
And on my rating scale,
Our Ken had to say that they lube up their burgers, and now look what he's done. Ah, Ken, you're the king of comedy. You're the king of cool. Actually, you're the king of cringe. And the video that you made was terrible, and it only becomes entertaining when we take it away from your audience of idiots who didn't like it either, and we bring it here to the reaction channel, and now we can have some entertainment fun with it. Would you please just get out of here? Get out of here, please, and thanks, Ken.
first of all, I'd like to thank Paul and Marc Andre.
Yeah, and Marc Andre is going to give you shit one more time for this stupid 4-hour drive to go to Culver's to get this garbage, and you're going to walk right into it. Look at Marc Andre, he's ready. He's ready. He's ready, and you're going to walk into it, Ken. Just one more, and then get out of here, please and thanks.
For coming out with me to Michigan and trying Culver's for the very
Thanks
first
for the
time.
4-hour drive.
No problem.
Thanks for ruining the day, Ken, and for making this stupid video to publish after the fact. Now boop and get out of here.
Boop.
Ken Domik Music Service. Hey, Ken Domik. Ken Domik Music Service. We tried a long way to get some bad food. Ken Domik Music Service. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey guys, it is intermission time, just like they had back in the day, and we got two things for you. The first is comments from Drank Shawty, who had some kind things to say about the video that we put out last week, and he reacted to it the next day, and thanks to Shawty for doing so. And after that, I'm going to have an old school drive-in movie style cartoon. So, yeah, let's get into it now.
That's only 5 minutes and 44 seconds into that video. The video altogether is 1 hour and 3 minutes. You wouldn't think that it would be like entertaining, because it's just about a YouTube beat. That's what's funny. I'm like, yo, this dude put some effort in on this hoe. But he really got deep into the whole beef and fucking covered the whole shit, and it was actually kind of funny, man. I put it this way, it was definitely entertaining, and it wasn't just because, like, it was just a good ass video, man. I put it up, like, straight up. For an hour video, the shit was fucking entertaining, and I watched the whole shit because he premiered it yesterday, and I watched the fuck out of it. It was definitely entertaining, and I stop it because I don't want to intercept possible views for his video, since he put all the hard work and effort into editing it and actually researching the shit and getting all the information. That's the link in the chat if you want to watch his video.
Thanks to Shawty for those kind comments. Shawty is the craft beer expert, and there is a link in the description, and you can go to his channel, and you can dig his expertise and enthusiasm for craft beers. That is Shawty, craft beer expert. please visit his channel and check out the fun that can be had with craft beers and someone who is a real expert on craft beers. Beer Drank Shawty, craft beer expert. Please visit his channel. This here video is set for a premiere on Sunday. By the way, that's me, guys. Hey, how's it going? This is set for a premiere on Sunday, March 29th, 2020. And it is the Ken Domik reaction channel. And that creature is a real jerk. And we react to him here, right? We got a little community going on. And you know, like, I was putting the finishing touches on this, like, you know, a couple days before the premiere. And here is Ken Domik wearing a Canada hoodie with a video that he made on Friday, March 27th. And he says, while eating a P-zone, whatever the heck it is, I don't care. He says, oh, it's a Greece pandemic, and it's spreading. Really, he said that, and like, the virus is just getting started in Canada right now, and he's there wearing the Canada hoodie, and he's making fun of this pandemic. Here, you want it? You want it?
It's like a Greece pandemic in here. It's spreading.
That is not funny. And that is not even just stupid. It goes beyond stupid to being dang disrespectful. Like, people are getting this virus and it's going to be the fight of their life to get away from it. And this jerk is making fun of it while he sits there stuffing his face. So, like, you know, people who are that evil and mean, they gotta be reacted to, and that's what we're doing here. So, you know, I give this to you one more time.
It's like a Greece pandemic in here. It's spreading.
If you are here for the premiere on March 29th, 2020, then you have the option for Super Chats. And if you want to, and you don't want to do it during the show, well, here's 2.5 minutes once the music starts. If you can afford it, hey, it'd be much appreciated. Please and thanks.
Hey guys, it's Ken, Paul, and Marc-Andre.
And everybody is being phony. Our Ken is pretending to care about food, Paul is pretending to enjoy being there, and especially Marc-Andre is pretending to enjoy what is happening. And what is happening? This is the day after Culver's. They got a motel, they've checked out. It is the morning, they're going to go get breakfast at McDonald's and then go back to the shack in the Elf Village. The first mistake is that Dildo Head is promising to take you to a vintage McDonald's.
We found this vintage McDonald's.
It is not a vintage McDonald's, and let me tell you how much it is not a vintage McDonald's. First thing, it is not an authentic vintage McDonald's that has been around for the past 60 years. Secondly, it is not a legitimate recreation of what a McDonald's was like back 60 years ago, and that they just, reconstructed brand new, which would be pretty cool too. It is an ordinary modern McDonald's that a few years ago, it had some restyling done. And when Ken takes you there, you're going to find out pretty quick that it's not vintage, it's not vintage recreation, it's just a pathetic little bit of restyling done, so it's neither fish nor fowl. Hey, if you guys want to see like a real authentic McDonald's, let's go have less than a minute's worth of footage with some people who really love what they do and really put in a lot of work to do what they give to their audience. Here's JP and Julia for less than 1 minute. Here you go. That is the world's oldest McDonald's in Downey, California, and it is still working fine to this very day. Look at all the different scenes. Look at all the angles. There's also the extra work in the graphics department that they do too. There is just so much going on that by way of comparison, I wanted to share with you not even a minute. This is less than 1 minute with JP and Julia. And with one video that they do, Ken could not be as entertaining as them with 30 videos. Less than 1 minute with JP and Julia. These are people who really work at what they do and who also really care about what they do too.
Squeeze. And then grab a bunch in your hand. Just go like this. That's how it's done.
It is great to see a couple where both people are completely equal, and that makes everything better. The serious achievements and the comedy, it's all better. And here's a reminder, here's how Ken gets down with his wife.
Where are we, Carol?
We're at the airport.
Where are we going, Carol?
That is so sad. We are in the 21st century, and this is how a dildo-headed picnic basket is allowed to treat his wife in public, on camera, on the internet, in front of literally thousands of people. It is as if he trained a parakeet how to say a few words. Like, even I would be nicer to a parakeet. Like, he's practically barking orders at her. Like, could he at least respect her as the mother of his 2 children? The thing that I don't get is that when people watch this sort of content, and then they say, I gotta take out my wallet. Okay, I got the credit card. Wait a minute, where's my PIN number for my bank account? I must send him money. Ken Domik needs support. He's going on a fabulous cruise.
Well, you got a staircase there, staircase down to that level, and then another one down to the bottom level. But often there's a person down in here playing a piano. And at nighttime, this is a nice little lounge. There's usually a person either playing piano or doing comedy. This here is a beautiful bar, and they're getting ready to do something, play a game or something. Again, another bar. There are bars everywhere. Can't remember how many they said is on ship.
And in the same year, last year, he bought a $40,000 brand new van. Doesn't matter if it's on payments or not, or a lease. It's like
Lots of fun. That's what I'm saying. Lots of fun. So this is the car. People, look. Check this out. Isn't this not the coolest thing? It's the best car I've ever owned in my whole life.
And it's got a lot of technology. It's got adaptive cruise control, and it's also got driver assist. So this will actually drive down the road without you having to touch the steering wheel.
He goes on this giant cruise. He buys a brand new van. I must support him. Ken Domik needs support. And he barely gets by because that's what he said. He said he barely gets by. Never mind, he's drinking all the time and showing you on video that he's drinking all the time, wasting money on booze.
Ken Domik here on the Golden Princess Cruise drink package, which is over $600 for the 7 days. And you're thinking, well, how much can you possibly drink?
He says he's barely getting by. That means he's in poverty. He needs support. I gotta give him my money. Ken needs this. The man is suffering, and he needs the money more than I do. Went off on a little bit of a tangent. Let's get back to this fake vintage McDonald's with Ken Domik.
And we're going to go in there and have breakfast.
Ken Domik music service. We're walking in slow-mo. Ken Domik music service. Mark Andre, hold the door. Mark Andre, hold the door. Hey, yeah. Mark Andre, hold the door. 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 He looks happy, huh? That's some foreshadowing because, our Mark Andrews had more than enough of this. Believe it. Yes, hurry up and get in there, Paul. We'll buy the same things with Ken you've already bought at McDonald's many times before. That is one vintage McDonald's they got there, huh? Like, Ken never says that he's sorry and admits that he's wrong. It's like, sorry guys, it's not really a vintage McDonald's. No, he's not going to say that. Because his audience is made up of idiots. It's like, well, I guess that's the same thing they had back in the 1950s. Duh. You know, that's lost on Ken's audience. Yeah. For the rest of us, it's not a vintage McDonald's, people. Our Ken never gets tired of shooting the same labels on the same dispensers everywhere he goes. He goes to a convenience store. Oh, he's got a machine here. Oh, the label says Coke. Oh, this label says Pepsi. And this label says Sprite, and this one says Dr. Pepper. Wow! Hey, oh look, I'm at McDonald's. I'm at Burger King. Oh look, this one says Pepsi. This one says Coke. This one says Sprite. This one says Dr. Pepper. Thanks, Ken. Really happened in place. Popular. Is it just me, or is the rest of you guys creeped out by him shooting footage of the toddler chairs? Oh, it's everybody. Yeah, really looks like a vintage McDonald's. Not. That's the best vintage part of it all. Like, state-of-the-art touchscreens. That says vintage. Oh, Ken, come on. Holy Toledo. That has to be the worst example yet of his BJ camera angle. I'll leave it there for a moment so you can appreciate it. Like, the only person who should have to see that is Carol. And, you know, I take that back. Nobody needs to see that. I think we've appreciated this more than enough. Move on, please.
Where are you? Alright, I'm gonna...
That stupid music service is still playing. You know, like, Ken has got it mixed, so, like, the horrible music is running in the background, and he's, like, whispering to the front desk staff, and just... Yeah, it's a vintage McDonald's. Like, you think that Paul would turn around to the camera and say, doesn't look like much like a vintage McDonald's. Come on, hurry up. They got a really phony stage shot coming up. You know, like he leaves the camera waiting for them. We're supposed to believe this is like spontaneous. Alright, get over there.
Oh, nice.
Hash browns cooked to perfection.
Thank you, Ken Domik. How many years have you been doing this? How many years have you been doing this? How many times have you gone to McDonald's and gotten hash browns? How many times have you gone to McDonald's and gotten hash browns? And then you just did it again. You went to McDonald's, you got the hash browns, and you grab them and you put them in the camera, and you say, hash browns cooked to perfection. That was great, Ken. Wow. I think a tumbleweed could show more personal growth than you. Now, you guys may have missed it the first time, so I'm going to do it a second time. When Ken says hash browns cooked to perfection, Marc-Andre quickly looks at him and then looks at the hash browns with a look on his face like, are you fucking nuts or something, man? So, watch it. I'm going to do it again, okay? You ready? You ready? Here we go.
Hash browns cooked to perfection.
Do I lie? Do I lie? No, sir. No, ladies and gentlemen. I don't lie. He's looking at Ken like, I can't believe this loser. Like, you know, Marc-Andre's father runs a real business, you know? He can make bar food, he runs the restaurant, and they have a nice home, they have some money, and Ken walked away from a normal, you know, halfway pathetic job to do this when his kids were, like, very young, and it's all over now, and he's just watching this guy in his 50s pretending to be blown away by a hash brown. Marc-Andre is not looking at Ken and thinking to himself, wow, I really respect this guy. He's thinking to himself, what a loser. It's like, you know, he's got a wife, a house, a mortgaged Volkswagen Tiguan, and 2 kids that even though they're adults, they're just in their early 20s, right? And, you know, Ken's there pretending to be really impressed by a hash brown. Oh, wow, it cooked to perfection. It's cooked to a formula. And everybody knows it. And Ken pretends to be, like, amazed by it every time. It's just... Whew.
I got the He-Man breakfast. Oh.
He-Man.
One of the things that bugs me is people who laugh at everything. And Paul Merriman is one of those people. So he just showed his breakfast and he says, I got the He-Man breakfast. Is he really amused by that? I mean, it would be, you know, a real job to fake it, you know, for these things. I guess he really is amused. I mean, you know, you could shake a cat toy in front of him. Okay, so,
That's yours.
I got a little yogurt. Like,
Wow.
He's not feeling
I didn't think anybody bought those.
He's the first one.
It's the first one.
First
Let us
one.
know in the comments below if you guys do the yogurt.
you know, for a guy with a food channel, and one that he's had for many years, Ken looks like he's struggling with every bite. And it's a hash brown. We all know what a hash brown is. Hash brown is soft, even if it has a crispy coating on it. You know, if it was, you know, done properly, it's got crispiness. It's still just, you know, soft potato. I mean, look at him. It looks like he's struggling to chow down on a baseball bat or something.
Brave, bold step.
The first time you tried it?
Yes.
Wow. So there's my McGriddle. Nice grease buster breakfast for you.
Yes, Ken, you got a McGriddle. It's the size of a cookie. Ooh, big deal. Grease buster breakfast. The first thing is that Paul is too far away to engage the audience. And he's not talking much anyway. Secondly, Ken doesn't have any ideas to share. He's just randomly mumbling and babbling to himself, and from time to time he'll get a comment to Paul, and Paul may or may not babble back to him. So what you have on the right hand, in the middle and the right hand side, are 2 old ladies fidgeting and fussing through their little breakfast items that would be gone in a couple of gulps by a normal man. And the normal man, the young guy off to the left, is Marc-Andre. He's had enough of this. He's not getting into the conversation because there's no real conversation happening. He finishes up early. He starts putting his stuff in a bag early.
You never had this before, where it's inside a like ketchup thing. Oh yeah, I guess they're always in that little tab thing. That's true. Little top. I concur.
And there's still entertainment to be had here, okay? So what I'm going to do is a special split screen. And we're going to have Ken carrying on with his garbage, and Marc-Andre sharing with you how fed up and distracted he is. And there's not too many jokes to write. I'll stop it a couple of times. The comedy writes itself. So just give it some time and just check how boring Ken is and how totally fed up Marc-Andre is.
So it's like an syrup-infused, a maple syrup-infused patty.
Do you guys remember my video from the 15th of this month, March 2020, titled Ken Domik Admits He Is Bored of Doing Food Reviews, when he did the chicken McMuffin and the chicken McGriddle, and he was calling the cakes of the McGriddle patties. So here it is with an earlier video that Ken did, and back then he was already calling the cakes patties. And maybe Marc-Andre is thinking to himself, you know, you idiot, you don't even know the difference between a cake pastry item and a meat patty item, or whatever. You know, I just thought I would mention that.
Of bread. You can actually see one of the little flavor.
Marc-Andre is just about to rest his head on his hand and fall backwards and, you know, look for the building itself to give him support. And as he starts to move backwards, he goes out of the camera frame. So watch the little box below, and you can see his body language as he slides off to the left, and then he brings his arms up, you know, for a stretch and a yawn. And this is, you know, the effect that Ken Domik has on people.
Things burst right there.
Good? What is that?
Syrup pack.
That's like little syrup things in there.
Syrup pockets.
Ooh, sneaky.
This is a very clean McDonald's. Not a whole lot of people here. I guess because the breakfast rush is out, and
I guess it looks pretty new too.
But the sign looked really old.
Ken is directly in front of Marc-Andre, and Marc-Andre is looking off to the right, and there's nobody that he knows, and just hoping for this to be over as soon as possible. It's not like a pow sort of joke. It's more a sophisticated appreciation of what a drag Ken Domik is.
Like weathered. They had a plan to make a restaurant like this, and then...
There's a good one. If you guys hung around for you know, deep into the second part, that was worth it. That was worth it.
Michael Keaton actually built it without their permission. One of my favorite breakfast items here, but like the ultimate is the Egg McMuffin.
Everybody knows what an Egg McMuffin is. And Ken is going to start describing an Egg McMuffin as if it's some sort of exotic item that he chooses. Because, you know, like, when I need a breakfast, I want a fast, easy breakfast. The Egg McMuffin, I know what it is. I know what it tastes like. The Egg McMuffin is my go-to for a breakfast. If I need a breakfast, it is if I need a breakfast, it is the one that I go for. And watch as Marc-Andre starts looking to the left. He looks to the right. He starts rocking back and forth. Just imagine his agitation of having to put up with Ken and his boring stories at that time.
If I need a breakfast and I want a good breakfast, I just get the Egg McMuffin. It's fast, it's simple, it's easy. I know what it tastes like. McDonald's never burns the buns.
Same thing as before. Ken Domik utters the name of the item, Egg McMuffin. He says the words egg, the prefix Mc, and then muffin, and he calls it a bun. Oh, they don't burn the buns. I prefer the Egg McMuffin. I need a breakfast. Fast breakfast. Egg McMuffin is my go-to. An Egg McMuffin is an English muffin that has been cut in half with an egg topped with Canadian bacon and a slice of tasty processed cheddar cheese on a toasted English muffin. English muffin. And there's Ken. They don't burn the buns. At least, not with the ones that I've had.
Well, at least I've never had a burnt bun. I'm gonna try this coffee. See if the Chesterfield McDonald's McCafe does a good job on their mixing of their double. Cheers.
We know how sickening and obnoxious it is to hear Ken say double.
Double.
So imagine how sickening and obnoxious it must be for Marc-Andre to have to put up with it at the same table while Ken does it.
Double.
Next, Ken is going to share his twisted idea that there is a difference between the coffee at McDonald's in Canada and the United States. Please watch how Marc-Andre starts twisting around. He looks into the parking lot as if to say, is there like a fire engine coming or anything that can prevent this? And also, please take note of the look on his face when Ken asserts that there really is a difference between McDonald's coffee in Canada and the United States.
It's different than ours.
Yeah. That's what I said, man. It's the Canadian. Canada and the States have two different recipes.
For coffee?
Because Ken is in a self-imposed ditch of junk food, he likes to pretend that there are subtle nuances between the fast food chain items that he only ever eats. And there are none. I mean, McDonald's is famous for having the same thing everywhere in the world.
It's McDonald's! It's the same stuff since you were 6 years old!
Like, in different countries, there are different items, yet when it comes to the Big Mac is the Big Mac everywhere. If he's suggesting that the coffee in a McDonald's in the United States and Canada is different from each other, then you might as well say, oh, there's a special Canadian cheese blend. The fries are different too. Ken just talks garbage all the time. Like, as if they're going to spend extra money developing two different types of coffee for the United States and Canada. Like, as if.
Do you want a hash brown?
No, I had one.
Did you have one already? With that? I didn't even see
I always eat it first. Eat your hash browns first.
This here is more a Ken moment than a Marc-Andre moment. He leans forward to the camera and says, eat your hash browns first, people. That's pretty much the only time he's addressed the camera and tried to include the audience. Did you notice that? This whole breakfast is him and Paul, and reluctantly, Marc-Andre, brought along by Paul, sitting there and just jabbering amongst themselves, playing with their food, having the breakfast, and completely ignoring the audience. Like, Ken is so bad and so utterly, totally lazy.
Alright guys, it's time to rate our breakfast. Marc-Andre, you can go first.
I'll say indifferent. Like, it's alright, you know, it's yogurt. You know, you don't really go too wrong with it. But like the fruits inside are also very sugary.
Oh, okay. They're like almost candied fruits.
Yeah.
Sugar's good.
And I'm not a big fan of it.
Alright guys, if you love these videos and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. It is somewhere on this page. But if you want to show your support for me, Paul, and Marc-Andre, coming all the way to Chesterfield just to eat at McDonald's and some other places.
Marc-Andre is laughing because it is understood between all of them that the one they did the day before, Culver's, was garbage. You know, they had a chance to talk about it after it was done and when they got off camera, and it was just garbage.
Give it a thumbs up, ding, 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 and we'll see you next time on another Ken, Paul, and Marc-Andre food review. Paul, Marc-Andre, Ken out. Boop, boop.
Ken Domik Music Service! Ken Domik Music Service! Ken Domik Music Service! All you guys told me could go and do covers. So after getting all your requests, I went ahead and did it. You better watch it a lot. You better watch it more than ever before, or else I'm gonna be pissed off. Ken Domik Music Service. Ken Domik Music Service. Yeah.
British peanut.
Double.
That sucked like shit. That sucked huge fucking shit.
I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored.
Tangy.